Holmes.
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I had with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would I don't want to do with Cassie. I was like a slave, okay? For them, that's what I was. That's all right? I called her, and I came back and I seen for the race and won. But Diddy and Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay.
Who?
Both Diddy and Ross and Khaled. They're all gay, okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross,
Yeah.
and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Girl, it looks like Meek Mill is finally ready to stop fighting the internet about his messy situationship with Diddy, and oh, he's spilling all the tea. Meek just admitted to showing up at Diddy's infamous freak-off parties, and guess what? He's not just confessing. He's calling out other celebs he's seen there too. And honey, he says he's got receipts to back it up. But hold up, the most shocking part, he's out here naming some of the biggest names in Hollywood, all to save his own skin and get the fans off his back. Can you believe it? Not to mention, Meek has been battling the internet ever since that messy little lawsuit from Lil Rod exposed him as Diddy's boy toy. He went on a Twitter rant talking about, "I'm from Philly. I don't do no nose candy or freaky Molly. Ain't nobody ever offer me that cause I'm heavy in the streets. No man or woman would dare approach me with that gay stuff." Like seriously, he's doubling down on all these blogs dragging him, saying, "That's why I roll with my real friends, not these industry clowns. You'll never catch me around those people alone. Can't even have a convo without my crew stepping in." And oh, it doesn't stop there, girls. He even said, "When I got a girl with me, I'm with her twice a day. Ask your faves about me. P don't control me, but baby, that juicy P got me running red lights to get that feeling. Y'all are weird like devils on here." Now, if that wasn't wild enough, when Diddy got arrested, fans couldn't stop talking about how Meek's sugar daddy was heading to jail. And let me tell you, Meek was not having it. He went off saying, "They're trying to take down a powerful black man from the trenches. They want my voice silenced worldwide. I'm a real king and they can't stop me." But here's the kicker. Diddy's situation is so bad that he's been denied bail, and it looks like Meek is shaking in his boots. Now, he's out here dropping other names to protect himself. I mean, as long as they're dragging someone else and not him, right? Because let's not forget, Meek's been to jail before, and he sure as hell doesn't want to go back. Arl, we all know the big names that have been linked to these wild parties. I mean, let's be real, everyone's talking about Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Usher. You know, the usual suspects. But when Meek Mill dropped some real tea, he wasn't holding back. One of the first names he threw out there, Mary J. Blige. Now let's just pause for a second because this is juicy. Fans have been noticing how hard Mary's been distancing herself from Diddy for a minute now. And honestly, it was working until Meek came in trying to put her on blast, claiming she was out there at these freak-offs. I mean, given her history with Diddy, are we even shocked she was right there by his side? And honey, if you thought Diddy and Jay-Z had some tea, wait until you hear about him and Mary J. Blige. These two go way back, like early 90s back. Diddy was basically the mastermind behind some of her first albums, including her debut, What's the 411. We're talking about a friendship that's been going strong for over 33 years. That's some serious ride or die energy, right? Now, let's not forget, Diddy's always showered Mary with her flowers. He's called her one of the greatest R&B storytellers, saying she paved the way for women to speak their truth and that nobody deserves her success more. He's called her his sister, his best friend, and the queen of hip-hop soul. Like, can we just appreciate that? But girl, things took a major turn in the late 90s and early 2000s. Diddy and Mary had a huge falling out and they weren't even speaking for years. Eventually, Mary owned up to it, saying the drama was all on her. She was going through it, admitting she was a mess on drugs and couldn't get her life together. She said she didn't understand the business and Diddy had to step away. Honestly, looking back, she gets it now. She wasn't delivering, wasn't taking care of herself, so how could he gamble on her? You know what, girls? When folks are out here gossiping about Diddy's wild antics, Rick Ross's name usually doesn't even make the cut. But that doesn't mean people haven't been whispering. His baby mama, Tia, who's been keeping her foot firmly on his neck, has been trying to blow the lid off his connection to Diddy for a hot minute. But of course, not everyone was taking her seriously. I mean, let's be real, she's pretty infamous for dragging Rick through the mud on social media. So you can kind of see why folks might be a little skeptical, right? But just a couple of weeks ago, she dropped a bombshell, claiming that Rick was allegedly getting his cheeks clapped by Diddy right under our noses. eyes.
You big mouth. Will, I want you to talk. Don't be scared now. No Diddy, huh? You scared now, huh? I know y'all on them tapes. Freaky. I know you is. 10 churn have. It's time to show them churns now. I ain't gonna let off here. See it. Nobody don't care to see the Jets no more. You running out of hoes now. Go over there and get Diddy a hug. Go ride the bike with him, you fat.
You know what, girls? T has been relentless with her shade towards Rick Ross since day one, and honestly, he hasn't caught a break since they got together. But this time, it looks like she might have actually been onto something. Diddy's alleged victim is backing her claims, and now Meek Mill is spilling even more tea, saying that Rick Ross was allegedly a regular at Diddy's infamous parties. But wait, it gets even juicier. According to Meek, Cuba Gooding Jr. was also living it up at these shindigs. And honestly, are we really shocked? This tea came straight from the lawsuit, where it was revealed that Cuba wasn't just lurking in the shadows. No, honey. He was allegedly having a blast. TMZ reported that Mr. Jones claimed Diddy introduced him to Cuba on Diddy's yacht, and things took a wild turn when Cuba allegedly got a little too friendly, touching and fondling Mr. Jones's legs, thighs, and even his back. Like, yikes. And let's just say, the picture Rod dropped of Cuba getting all touchy-feely, yeah, it's giving major sus vibes. You know what they say, birds of a feather flock together, and these two were definitely flocking. Now, before all this Diddy drama kicked off, Cuba was already in hot water with multiple accusations of inappropriate behavior towards women. Remember back in 2014 when his wife of 20 years, Sarah, filed for legal separation? She didn't spill the tea on why, but the rumor mill was churning that Cuba's infidelity was the final straw. Word on the street was that she found out about his alleged affairs and decided she wasn't about to stick around for that mess. But ever since Sarah pieced out, it's like Cuba's behavior hit an all-time low. A wave of women came forward, accusing him of being downright inappropriate. And to this day, over 30 women have stepped up with allegations against him. Who knows how many more are out there, just keeping quiet. It's giving Major Diddy 2.0 vibes, and honestly, it's a wild mess to unpack. Okay, so listen up, girls. You won't believe this tea I just spilled. Allegedly, late one night, think about midnight, Cuba Gooding Jr. strolled into the bar where we were hanging out, and let me tell you, chaos ensued. Multiple women claim he totally crossed the line. Picture this. While they were trying to snap some cute pics with him, he's out here grabbing their butt cheeks like it's no big deal. And when the ladies pushed back, he had the audacity to say he loved them. Can you even? There's even footage that shows him groping a woman's chest without her consent. It's just wild. You know what, girls? Just when you thought things couldn't get any wilder, another woman has come forward claiming that Cuba allegedly essayed her back in 2013. She spilled the tea about how they met at a hotel in Soho. Classic move, right? He casually invited her to grab a drink, and while they were sipping on those cocktails, he said he needed to change clothes. Guess what? He then invited her up to his room. Once they got there, she claimed he essayed her, and let's not forget, Cuba was arrested for this back in 2019. I mean, I'm sure you remember that viral video of his arrest. So girls, don't be a stranger. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for our next video. You won't want to miss it. Trust me, it's going to be a wild ride.